Richard Southern is here now from 680. Hey, Richard.
Cynthia, good afternoon. How are you doing today?
Great. Thank you for joining us yet again. Let's start with the Bank of Canada. It's out with a warning today about Donald Trump, saying the incoming U.S. president will actually hurt our economy.
Yeah, very interesting. I mean, the bank putting it in no uncertain terms. It says a Donald Trump administration will materially impact Canada's economy. And Governor Stephen Poloz of the Bank of Canada says he stands ready to cut interest rates if indeed U.S. President Trump's protectionist measures derail Canada's economy. He left the prospect of an interest rate cut on the table. Now, the central bank wouldn't say exactly what type of damage a Trump administration may do to Canada. There's, so much of a wild card when it comes to Trump. But he has warned Mr. Trump of a massive border tax and an overhaul of the North American Free Trade Agreement. There's big worries about what Trump may do not only to the Canadian auto sector, but to the oil and gas sector as well. Cynthia, this talk about a potential interest rate cut hit the loonie hard. It fell just over 1.1 cents today.
Interesting. And really, how much lower can our interest rates go? Now, a new report finds disabled Canadians are continuing to struggle to find work. This is a real issue here.
It sure is, and it's been a real issue for a long time, Cynthia. So Stats Canada indicates that 49% of disabled Canadians are unemployed. Almost half of Canadian disabled people are unemployed, and 67% say they're out of work as a direct result of their disability. Only 23% feel comfortable about disclosing their disability to their employer. 50% fear discrimination. It shows that stigma is still around when it comes to disabled people in the workplace. And I think, Cynthia, a lot of employers worry about the cost of accommodating someone with a disability. But studies have shown time and time again that disabled workers, they're more loyal. They have lower absenteeism than their non-disabled counterparts. And they have a lot of skills as well. So hire a disabled person. A lot of employers that do, I think, are pleasantly surprised. And this is, as you say, a big issue right now.
And many are living in poverty. Okay, a major shift in McDonald's allergy policy. This is interesting. It's no longer nut-free, and not everybody's happy about that.
No, this is a very big issue for the 2.5 million Canadians who have a nut allergy sin. McDonald's says it's going to start selling, and this is the notice they have up now in your local McDonald's. They're going to start selling a Score McFlurry, which contains chopped almonds. It's the first time Mickey D's has served peanuts that are not individually packaged, and that puts an end to its long-standing position as being a safe place for those with nut allergies. And McDonald's says the Score McFlurry is just the first of more products to come that will contain non-packaged nuts. So big heads up there, Sin, for those who have that allergy.
I'm curious about the shift and why they made that move. But now to my favorite story that you're going to tell me about today. NASA has announced a mission to a metal-rich asteroid that's worth a staggering amount of money, and our producer, had to look up how many zeros were involved here.
I admit I actually had to look that up as well today. So first of all, we're looking here at an asteroid called 16 Psyche, 200 kilometers wide. It's in between Mars and Jupiter. It's made up of iron, nickel, and some rare metals like gold, platinum, copper, cobalt, and iridium. If it could be brought back to Earth's orbit, which is, something NASA is talking about with asteroids in general, if it could be brought back, it would be worth 10,000 quadrillion US dollars. So much money, Sin, that it would collapse the global economy.
Wow.
So NASA isn't planning to bring this back. They are planning to send a probe to it, which will arrive in 2030. The prospect of mining in space is very real. There are two big companies that are gearing up to do it. The government in the U.S. made owning an asteroid legal back in 2015. We're going to see more of this talk, I think, going forward.
Interesting. Just imagine, so like a chunk of the asteroid this big would probably be worth, what, $10 billion?
Yeah, it's insane, right?
Yeah.
And who knows what that'll do to the economy. So we're not going to see that anytime soon, though.
All right, Richard, thank you very much.
Thanks, Sin.